I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is V Krishnan. He is CEO and Managing Director at PropertyGuru Group. Hari, it is so great to see you. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk today.
Thanks for having us, Judy.
Now, quick note to our viewers, this interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. All right, so Hari, PropertyGuru has established itself as a prop tech leader in Southeast Asia. Tell me about that market and how you've positioned the company for growth.
Well, Southeast Asia, a high growing part of the world, poised to become the fourth largest economy in the world by 2030. We've been operating in this part of the world for almost 15 years now. And over this period, we've established ourselves as the leader in the prop tech sector for this space. Today, we run platforms in a number of markets in Singapore, in Vietnam, Malaysia, Thailand, and Indonesia. In Singapore, Vietnam, Malaysia, and Thailand, we're the leading property platform. We serve over 52 million people on a monthly basis who are looking for homes. We have over 3.3 million property listings. We serve over 57,000 property agents, and 65% of our traffic is organic, which means people come to our websites and our apps of their own volition. And we believe this really reinforces the fact that we have become the platform of choice for an increasing number of consumers, as well as property agents and developers in our part of the world.
Tell me about COVID. How has COVID changed the real estate market in Southeast Asia, and how is it affecting your performance?
So COVID, in the first instance, when we started out in 2020 and even through 2021, clearly with construction sites shut, with agents unable to take consumers freely to visit properties, with foreign buyers unable to travel freely, these are headwinds. These are headwinds for the sector. There's no two ways about it. In a sense, what we decided to do, though, is really invest into the business, invest into digital transformation. Recently, we published our H1 2021 numbers in our F4 filing, and we proved that we've been able to grow the business. We delivered 17.9% growth for the first half of 2021 over the same period in 2020. We delivered about 42.9 million Singapore dollars in total revenue for that first half of the year. And that reflects that we continue to grow the business despite these headwinds. We also use this period to really drive digital transformation. We shipped a number of innovative products, including things like in property financing, a product called PropertyGuru Finance, as well as immersive content for remote buyers, a product called Fastkey Storyteller. But really what underpins all of this are three macro tailwinds. The first is urbanization. We're in the midst of a decade where over 50 million people are going to move to cities and towns in the 5 primary markets in which we conduct our business. The second is the emergence of the middle class. The middle class is emerging in Southeast Asia as we speak. Over the same decade, we have a 61% increase in GDP per capita. So as these increasingly affluent people move to cities and towns, there's a third mega trend that's impacting them, and that is digitalization. Over 200 million people are moving offline to online in that same period. So if you think about these three trends, urbanization, emergence of the middle class, and digitalization, essentially you're going to find people moving to cities and towns with increasing affluence and looking for digital solutions when they're looking for homes for themselves and their families. We sit at the confluence of that, having run this business now for almost 15 years.
As you think about the future of real estate, what is PropertyGuru doing to stay ahead of the changes?
So, we definitely decided that, it's a perfect time for us to invest into the future. We've been investing, we injected transparency, but increasingly over time, we decided we want to be the platform which allows people to find, finance, and own their homes. And that journey means that we're going to need to access sufficient capital to invest into our business, into our teams, and into the actual transformation that's necessary for our industry. We're an emerging market story, in other words. We found great partners with Bridgetown 2, our partners who are in the SPAC with both Thiel Capital and Pacific Century Group. They've allowed us to share our story with savvy investors in North America, in Europe, and across Asia. And we're delighted that they are going to be partners for us in a post-listed environment. And I think really accessing public markets gives us a chance to share this remarkable story of Southeast Asia with the most sophisticated public market investors there are.
Finally, Hari, how would you like investors to view PropertyGuru?
I believe we work in the most exciting part of the world, Southeast Asia. It's that next wave that people are just beginning to discover. As I mentioned, it's going to be the fourth largest economy in the world as soon as by 2030, so just around the corner. We are the regional leader in this part of the world. We operate in multiple markets, giving you exposure to developed economies like Singapore, with a highly sophisticated real estate market, as well as emerging economies like Vietnam and Malaysia, which give you access to those tailwinds of urbanization and the emergence of the middle class. We are an early mover. As I mentioned, we launched way back in 2007. We've been doing this for over 15 years, but perhaps most significantly, we do it with a proven business model, one that most investors are very savvy on. It's been around for 25 years. The unit economics are robust. The number of listed comparables of companies that deliver phenomenal profitability using the exact same business model. We're now bringing that business model to one of the most exciting parts of the world. And we look forward to sharing that story in the years to come.
Well, Hari, it's been wonderful to talk with you, and it's been great to have you on NYSE Floor Talk. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Judy.